Kia ora, and welcome to Aroha. Aroha is an ancient Māori word and a way of thinking that means love, compassion, respect, and empathy. Through whakataukī, traditional Māori life lessons, Dr Hinemoa Elder shares the power of Aroha and explores how it could help all of us every day. I would like to share one whakataukī and her interpretation with you in an attempt to carry last week's energy over to today's session. Feel free to read along or simply close your eyes and have your heart filled with Aroha. He kuaka marenga renga kotahi manu e tau kite tahuna tauatu tauatu tauatu. The flock of godwits have swooped up into the air, one lands on the sandbank and the other follows. Leaders and followers work together. Tumatahina. One of my favorite ancestors, Tumatahina, coined this whakataukī many generations ago. It came to him as he was leading one of our tribes away from the threat of invaders. He instructed the group to walk in his footprints on the beach so that the enemy would think there was only one person walking that way. Luckily, he had really big feet. Tumatahina used the saying to illustrate that following his lead was important. He used the kuaka, the godwit, a familiar example from nature, to show effective human leadership can work like the birds. When one bird comes down to alight on the sandbank, it is safe and timely for others to follow. The picture he painted captivated the people and they followed his lead to safety. The kuaka is one of our tribal kaitaki, guardians. The bird is sacred to us, so important that it is enshrined in our deed of settlement with a crown. Our ancestors were exquisite observers of the mannerism and culture of these incredible creatures. One of our tohunga experts told me that kuaka take a small stone from the beach in Parenga, their home in the far north of Aotearoa. They keep the stone in their gullet and this provides them with a navigational tool to find their way back home from the other side of the world. When they fly, the older birds mentor the younger ones. Every so often, younger birds are swept into the lead position of the flock to learn. For me, this whakataukī is very much about the importance of relationships in teams, groups, and families, and how essential it is that everyone within that communal gathering shares the same values and has mutual respect for each other. This is easy to say, but in fact, really hard in practice. We lead by example. Like the birds, it is the activity of flight that demonstrates the commitment of survival. At the same time, we are mere flawed humans, and so we can only aspire to the clarity of vision of the kuaka. When we speak our reo tuku ihu, the language of our ancestors, our values flow naturally. For me, it is the language of my heart, of Aroha, and it brings me back to my happy place. By living this language where Aroha, with all its life force for survival, passion, and grit for future generations, can be seen and heard, we are like the kuaka. The long migratory journey of the language carrying our identity forward for future generations to meet us on the sacred sandbank. Aroha is a value at the core of my identity as Māori. Aroha is not the same as romantic love, although it can manifest as that. It has many facets. It is an unstoppable force, a fierce advocate, a never-ending wellspring of creative energy and care for others. It is about seeing the good in people and acknowledging that people are trying their best. It is selfless, and it is about nurturing the self. This is Aroha, not constrained by logic. It just is, an eternal, mysterious force that we all yearn for, only to discover it was within us all along.